You little peeping Tom, you should be ashamed! I'm gonna kill you!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I don't want to hear about it. Go take your filthiness somewhere else. You I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him.
Do you not hate it when you are going somewhere at high speed and the next second you find yourself having fallen into someone else's bathroom which just happened to be occupied and you are now involuntarily a pervert? Yeah, I hate that too. And that teensy is free to go and do his taxes. Welcome back to Rayman 3. So this is Throttlecopter, the last power-up, and as you'll see just about now, it lasts for only about 2 seconds. These things are called Maw Paws, and they are actually quite friendly, and it'll come into play later. Okay, maybe it's 3 seconds, maybe. So this level is called the Bog of Murk, and it's kind of an equivalent of this game's, well, sewer level, with the exception of the fact that it's actually fun, it adds variety, and most importantly, it's very, very short, so it does not have the time to outstay its welcome. I'm pretty sure that it's the shortest level in the game, the Fairy Council notwithstanding. This is also the first level in the game where you have to do actual, well, platforming with punishment for failing at it. When you fall into this swamp water, you are basically given 3 jumps to get out of it, otherwise you will die. I try to hit the cage before, well, without getting these drops, but to no avail.
I had to go a toaster on sofa.
One thing I never actually mentioned about the cages is that, much like in Rayman 2, that's how you get health upgrades, by breaking cages. However, in Rayman 2 you needed 10 cages to increase your health bar. Here you only need 6. I have no idea what happened here.
I feel pretty.
Ah, there's that pervert again! Come find me if you're man enough. What's your problem? You afraid of girls? Here, here.
No, I am not. Maybe a little bit. So the gist of this boss fight is that both you and Begoniacs run around this huge pot, and essentially whoever is not a frog at a given moment wins. Pretty much everything else is quite clear even without me explaining.
This should tame you.
I suppose the only thing that is worth mentioning is that when she's charging, she cannot be hit, so you have to actually dodge her. And by hit, I mean both by a direct attack and by this green goo that transforms everything into frogs. What the hell is this even? And when Rayman is a frog, he has to run away or jump away. And that's it, that was the boss fight for this stage. That being said, this is not the end of the Bog of Murk.
Now that you have me where you want me, I suppose you want to take advantage of me, won't you? Won't you?
And Rayman is the pervert here.
Rayman, over here!
Rayman? Rayman! Rayman!
Rayman, get me out of here!
Okay, let's get away from this fucking hypocrite. These stilts are actually a puzzle. And spoiler, the way you destroy them is by using a vortex power-up. You're welcome. But before that, I will go and destroy this new type of enemy, the name of which I cannot remember. And there's absolutely no point to killing him right now, but I'll do it anyway. No matter what, in any situation, what you do is you just... Well, your attacks do not directly harm them, but they push them back. And what you do is you just hit them until they're pushed into an environmental hazard. Usually it's either a deadly water, or alternatively sometimes it will be a fireplace. No, there is no need to charge up the shot to kill them. At all. I have no idea what I was doing that. It just felt more satisfying. I like how the game handles the draw distance. Speaking of the draw distance, or rather of the graphics, first the teensy.
I gotta go make a fashion statement.
Yeah, you go do that. So, speaking of the graphics, I don't actually think anybody knows what engine this game is made in, because Rayman 2 was made in renderware, and the next major engine that Ubisoft was using for all its games was Jade, which was developed for Beyond Good and Evil, which came out long after, well, not long, but after Rayman 3.
I have to go wax my mustache.
I would advise against that. It's going to hurt, and it will be of no use whatsoever. So yeah, Jade was the engine used by Ubisoft for everything. It was used for Beyond Good and Evil, it was used for the Prince of Persia Sands of Times games, and for some other games that I can't remember. It was also used for Rabbids, which I don't like to talk about. And then up until Assassin's Creed, when in 2007 Ubisoft presented the new engine, the Anvil engine, which I'm pretty sure they are using the modifications of it up until now. I have no idea why I know any of this. I did not think it was possible, but it is. And these spiky tentacles come back, and they make a return from Rayman 2, And I don't think we see any more of them, or many more of them at least. And even if we do, I don't remember where. And I am absolutely certain that this thing was supposed to come back, but no. No. Piranhas! They make a comeback as well. And unlike Rayman 2, they actually respawn here, so there is absolutely no purpose to destroying them. Yeah. Yes, thank you, game. I have absolutely not figured it by now. I mean, figured it out by now. God, what is with my language today? I also like how this place gives an illusion of being non-linear. I mean, it's not truly non-linear, but it gives this illusion. It's, in my view, it's really neat. And not all areas, I mean, not all levels in the game do that. By the way, me showing this off was way long overdue. You just walk over them, and the only flaw that making the enemies tiny and stomping them has is that it makes a farting sound for whatever reason, which I think is a little bit out of place. And now for a secret. This is the secret. And yes, it's slow. And yes, it's aggravating. I wish it was faster. Any day now. And then you go back. At least that's a lot of points. That's like, I think that's 12,000 points in one go. 6,000 plus combo. I am not entirely sure why is the combat music rolling, because there aren't any enemies in the vicinity. Well, apart from this guy. Yeah, the points where Rayman is so overly enthusiastic about his achievements, they're quite random, and there isn't really any pattern or anything that determines it apart from the arbitrary decisions of the developers. I hear a Mativu, but I will not be able to detect it, to find it. Even though I'll try. Yeah, I have no idea where it is. Oh well. I find it funny how both Rayman 2 and this game and Rayman 3, how they both essentially introduce you to the game in the first level, in the first tutorial stage, then they both give you the first real level, which is kind of, which has its own unique art style, and then they send you to a swamp. I think it's an amusing pattern, and I'm pretty sure that it was not intentional, but hey.
I had to go look over there to see if I'm there.
some of these phrases the teensies make are funny, but some of them, like this one, make absolutely no sense whatsoever. And believe it or not, the swamp level is almost over. All that's left now is a boss stage, which I'm pretty sure is going to take me almost as long as the level itself. But that is not necessarily a bad thing, and in the next video you'll actually see why. All that is left is this little combat section, and afterwards we will be entering Razov's mansion. And Razov is a huge reference to something that is quite obscure by now. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.